Over 1.5 million people are diagnosed with cancer each year. This is a disease that has many causes, but we want to talk about some foods you should avoid due to their link with cancer development. Sodas are the primary reason for obesity nationwide, and we can thank them for the increased cases of insulin resistance, inflammation, and gastroesophageal reflux disease. Most salmon is raised in offshore salmon farms. The waters they live in are usually not too clean and are tainted with pesticides, chemicals, antibiotics, and other contaminants and have been known to cause deadly diseases. Processed meats, including hot dogs and sausages, are processed with a high dosage of unhealthy ingredients all packed into one serving. In the U.S., 95% of adults have measurable amounts of BPA in their bodies. This chemical is used in food and beverage containers because it won't break down easily. It has been shown to have an effect on hormone levels, meaning that most canned foods could raise your risk of cancer. And sadly, many people don't even know they're eating usually hazardous products like these with every meal. Fat isn't directly linked to cancer, so that's not the reason you shouldn't have too much fat in your diet. Instead, you should watch out for weight gain and high cholesterol, which can lead to a number of health problems like heart disease and diabetes. It was in 1931 that German Otto Warburg, a Nobel laureate in medicine, discovered that cancers and tumors grow by feeding on sugars. Microwave popcorn bags may cause infertility in women and increases the risk of certain cancers like kidney, bladder, liver, pancreas, and testicular cancer. This has been linked to foods which have perfluorooctanoic acid which are commonly microwaved. Most popcorns use soybean oil or other ingredients that can cause stomach problems or skin rashes. Potato chips are known to contain high levels of acrylamide and genome mutations that increase the risk of getting cancer. Hydrogenated oils are used in fried foods to keep them tasting and smelling good. However, they contain high levels of omega-6 fatty acids, which can cause different kinds of cancer, including skin cancer. Smoking foods at a high temperature produces a lot of tar, which is what makes smoke appear black, and tar is a known carcinogen. Meanwhile, pickling your food by using nitrates such as saltpeter, it might sound unfamiliar but it's used in small quantities to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria, can actually be quite beneficial because they give acidity to food and they're also known to have antibacterial and preservative properties. However, these nitrate salts can turn into cancer-causing chemicals called nitrosamines once inside our body unless everything has been properly prepared for that specific dish. According to a study conducted by the Rowett Research Institute, rats who were fed GMO foods all showed signs of damage in their immune systems, as well as cell growths that began to develop into pre-cancerous spots. Additionally, rats who were fed GMO foods developed smaller brains than those who were fed non-GMO foods and their livers had also begun to shrink in size. Mounting evidence suggests that overly processed sugars actually cause the body to become toxic. Furthermore, it may damage cells directly through mutations, which then causes cancerous tumors to form. It's well known that cancers are more likely to form in areas like the brain, lungs, kidneys and so on. Refined grains remove the outer parts of wheat and rice, which removes its natural nutrients and reveals more areas susceptible to damage. In addition, as refined foods have no vitamins in them, they have a very high glycemic rate, which can quickly raise the blood sugar level and can stress your immune system. Diet foods are not actually as healthy as they sound. Cancers, birth defects and heart problems are all said to be the results of consuming a diet full of these foods. While red meat is high in protein and iron, the high levels of saturated fat that it contains can have negative effects on your health. This can lead to things like a higher risk of getting heart disease or cancer. Studies have shown that daily consumption of red meat increases the risk of men dying from cancer by 22%, while the risk of cancer in women increases by 20%. Too much alcohol can be lethal. The liver processes it and breaks it down, and too much of it over time can weaken the organ to the point where it fails altogether. Drinking with friends is fun, but excessive alcohol consumption leads to a higher risk of stroke or heart attack, sexual assault, and an increased risk of getting pregnant, as well as many other detrimental effects like increased risk of breast cancer. If you are taking medication for high blood pressure, diabetes, or any kind of heart condition, please consult your physician first before starting to drink. Some of the fruits and vegetables are not organic, and those that aren't always free of dangerous pesticides. The chemicals used in producing these products have a negative impact on soil, air, and water. Some workers have reported infertility as a result of handling these chemicals, while consumers have also reported some adverse reproductive problems such as miscarriages due to consumption of contaminated produce.